Hello again. So in this video, we're going to look at finding expected outcomes. And all that means is calculating how many times an event is expected to happen. So if we look at this through some questions, our first question is a fair die is thrown. So if you recall from the previous video, what fair die has a 1 in 6 chance of any one of the sides occurring. That word fair is the key word here. And the question then says, how many times would you expect to get a 3? If you know that every side has a 1 in 6 chance, let's just put that one to there, then it is just the 1 in 6 chance multiplied by how many times it's been thrown. So we can see it's been thrown 120 times. So what we do here is we have the probability of getting a 3 is equal to 1 out of 6. Therefore, the number of expected outcomes is 1/6 multiplied by 120 throws. That's just 120 over 6, which gives us 20. So we would expect a 3 to occur 20 times in 120 throws. Let's look at the second question. So the second question was, how many times would we expect an even number to occur? On a normal dice, we have sides 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and the even numbers are 2, 4, and 6. And the chance of getting an even number is 1, 2, 3 out of 6, which is a half. So therefore, you're going to have a half multiplied by 120. So we would expect an even number to occur 60 times. And that makes sense because half of the numbers are odd, half of the numbers are even. And if we throw it 120 times, we would expect half of those to be even numbers. Finally, not a 6. Well, if you think that the chance of getting a 6 is 1/6, so the chance of not getting a 6 is 5 out of 6. So therefore you have 5 out of 6 multiplied by 120, and that will give us 100. So we would expect to not get a 6 100 times. Okay, looking at this next question here, before we do, I've put a reminder there that actually expected outcomes is just calculating how many times an event is expected to happen. So in this question, the probability of getting a grade 4 or better in a history exam is 0.7. So if 120 students sit that exam, how many would you expect not to get a grade 4 or better? And let's pick out some key points here first. So we are looking at the probability of getting a grade 4 or better. It's 0.7. So we can say, well, the probability of getting a 4 or a 4 plus is 0.7. So the probability of not getting a 4 or a 4 plus is 0.3. And the reason for that is those two there have to add up to 1 because the chance of getting a grade or even ungraded is 1. So let's look at the question again. We have 210 students. How many would you expect not to get a grade 4 or better? So we are dealing with this probability here. So now we have 0.3 multiplied by 210. So zero point 0.3 times 210 is just 63. So we would expect 63 students to not get a grade 4 or better. Okay, so that's finding expected outcomes. Hopefully you can see that's very simple. Again, to recap, what you're doing here is you're finding the probability of that event occurring and you're multiplying it by the quantity that you've got. As always, if you've got something from this, please like and subscribe. And the next video is on listing possible outcomes.